All right, everyone, here we go. I thought we'd begin the week here on Monday with a twin flame journey. Obviously, because you're here, you clicked into the video. But why? Because this week, fairly light, astrologically speaking, per se. Last week and the last couple of weeks have been a shit storm. All kinds of North Node, Lion's Gates, Venus changing signs, Mercury changing signs, all kinds of shit. A shit stir, full moon. This week is the week when the dust of last week flows down south and ends up in your person's mouth. Basically, it's the week where the dust begins to settle and the whatever happened with them begins to sort of flow along. All right, now I got two decks here. We're going to split things up. This is Divine Feminine, this is Divine Masculine, like it always is. And we're going to clarify. We're going to see where we go. All right, the Feminines here, the DFs, as we like to say, are driving that brand new BMW. Here's over here with the DMs driving that 74 Pinto still, but we'll see where it's at. Let's shuffle the deck for the DFs while I get the legal crap out of the way. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. There's a whole playlist of these. You're all on different timelines, dealing with different people, I hope. Well, that's going to get awkward. So you're all moving at different speeds. So if this reading doesn't resonate with you, find one in the playlist that does. And that's where you're at in the journey. We've been tracking it since last July here on Steve's Love Tarot. Let's see here. Flying out of the deck as I shuffle for the Divine Feminine was a Four of Wands, by the way, just to let you know. That's why I paused for a moment there. Put it back in. But I tell you what the card is. It was a goddamn Four of Wands and it was upright. Let's see. What's going on with the DFs right now, universe? Tell me about the DF energy. What do we got here? All right. So I'm pulling on the soulmate cycle, but sometimes the energies around you come up. I see what the bottom card is. I'm going to see what the top card is first before I talk about that. Yeah, the King of Cups. And it's crossed by the Page of Cups. King of Cups crossed by a Page of Cups is the energy for the baseline energy for the Divine Feminine right now. Again, as it relates to the soulmate cycle, it backs up every reading I've done for the last couple of weeks. Somebody's about to come in and tell you how they feel, and what they're telling you is bullshit compared to how they really feel. Don't let that upset you, okay? The whole point of you learning some inside information here about the other side, from me or from anyone that you may learn it from, is so that you can have some empathy for it, so you can understand it, so you don't just explode on them and go, why the fuck didn't you fucking tell me, you fucking son of a... Try to limit the word fuck. I don't from my videos, but I'm not talking to any kind of runner here, so, you know, try to limit the swears coming out of your mouth. Try to understand that this person has a hard time being vulnerable. As a message for you, because energy's always in layers, use your discernment. Give love at the level you're receiving it. Don't overgive. Okay, that's one of your main lessons that you're supposed to learn from all this. So that's very important. All right, let's get this all on camera here. Okay, there we go. King of Cups crossed by a Page of Cups, and we will find out more when we clarify. But let's go ahead and shuffle the deck for the Divine Masculine. By the way, as I picked this deck up, and I haven't touched it since I think the last Twin Flame Journey reading, randomly when I put the cards back, I got the Ten of Swords at the bottom. And whenever my eye is drawn to it, it means something. That basically explains the week right there for them. You know, it's the dust of what's been happening beginning to settle as we move into the second half of August. It's a tough pill to swallow, all right? Somebody here, we know from readings, because all my readings tie together, we know that they've, you know, they're realizing certainly that they're the cause of all their own problems. Let's see what's going on with the 74 Pinto right now. Give me the Divine Masculine. We'll split the polarities here and see what's going on. Give me the Divine Masculine energies. Okay, all right. Well, they got a page at the bottom too. You got a page at the bottom, but your page at the bottom is for different reasons than theirs is. Let's see what their top card is. I did it that way for you. I'll do it that way for them. Yeah. Ace of Swords. Let's get that on camera. Make it look all nice. Crossed by a Page of Swords. It does not surprise me. That's what I just said. That's what I just said about the dust settling and somebody realizing here that they've screwed up. They screwed something up. This is someone, again, these should tie together in some way. If this person, because I read the energy here of somebody coming towards you, opening up to you, telling you how they feel, but on a smaller level than what you might expect. And here it is right here, set to disappoint, just like the 74 Pinto always is. If you take one for a test drive, go find one for sale if there's one that hasn't burned up, and go take it for a test drive. You'll be very disappointed. And we've been talking about this with your person. Don't be disappointed. On your side, don't be disappointed that this person's smaller than, it's hard for this person to open up. This Ace of Swords here is a realization. They want a reconciliation, but they love you with everything they've got, but only to the point that they're capable of, right? Like your love is the amount of love that you can give on the DF side is the size of a basketball. It's a big, there's a lot of love there. You're capable of all of that. On their side, because you show up as a king, right? I mean, you do. And in one of the layers of the energy, that's your base card, But the king is very discerning about who they give to, so that's why I gave you the advice. Don't give more than what you're getting. Make sure you give at the level of a page and then work up incrementally. On their side, they're capable of giving love, but theirs is the size of a golf ball. Okay? A basketball on this side, a golf ball on this side. But within that golf ball, they're giving you everything they've got. Okay? This is someone here who has been spying, thinking about you, dreaming about you, realizing some things, making excuses for why they need to stay with what they got on their side and all that kind of stuff. It's all here. But in the base energy, it's communication. It's someone coming towards you under an energy of a page. And this job's perfectly. This is absolute perfection right there. Now, let's clarify. Let's take the little version of this big animal deck here and let's clarify for you. And look at this, randomly at the bottom is the Queen of Pentacles. See, look, they're that little page, and you're this. Okay, it's saying the same thing. And the universe is probably, I know it is. It's given me these types of energies and messages to put out because it wants to warn you. It doesn't want you to fly off the handle. The whole point of you learning about this person, if you've learned one thing about this person, you should learn that they've been loved wrong. And someone who's been loved wrong just doesn't get it. They don't know what it is. They don't understand how to give it. And worse yet, receive it. So, if you apply a little empathy, in order for love to flow in general, it requires an element of empathy. Okay? It can't be selfish, right? It can't be, it has to have empathy to it. So it would be selfish of you to just blow up at this person. Even if this person comes in and behaves a little swordsy, which might disappoint you, don't meet that sword with a sword, because that's just a sword fight, right? Just meet it with a nice Page of Cups, a nice warm energy here, and it'll diffuse it. Because while like energy attracts, opposite energies repel. If you want to shut down a problem, a situation, right? If you want to shut it down, before it escalates into a big fight, you certainly don't pull your sword out too. That's just going to take it up another level. You escalate it by hitting it with an opposite energy. And all that energy is on your side is empathy. That's all. Now, I'm not asking you to forgive. Well, you should forgive them because forgiveness is for yourself, but I'm not asking you to let how they behaved slide. I'm just saying make sure you have some empathy for it because now you understand why they behaved the way they did. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Let's clarify. Tell me about this King of Cups here on the Divine Feminine side. Tell me all about it, universe. Why is it here? All right? Why is it here? All right, let's see. Well, what's on top? I know the bottom card that I have here is going to cross the middle card I pull, and it's red with the Page of Cups, but we'll get to that. What's on top here first? Yeah, 3 swords. Again, don't let pain get the better of you. Pain is, here's swords. What did I just get done saying? We just had a whole conversation about if they come in a little swordsy, it's only because they're nervous. It's only because you're a basketball of love and they're a golf ball. But that golf ball is giving you everything it's got. You know, it's 3 swords here. Don't let pain get in the way. Pain, in a way, this can work to your advantage, because any pain you have over that they may have caused you will cause you to give a little less to them. So in that respect, it's very positive. You can let the pain help you. But somebody is coming at you under an energy of 3 swords for sure as well. That energy is here too. What's the center card? 7 of Cups. Right? You've got options. Right? You, divine feminines, you've got options. There's different ways you can approach this. You can either meet their 3 of Swords with your 3 of Swords, and you two can have a big fight, drag them out, right out into the street, yelling and screaming, all that kind of stuff. You could do that. That's one of your options. Or you can be better than that. That's Strength card crossing that right there. All right? Strength. I mean, I can't phrase it any different. Make the right choice. Make your choices about this person, about what you do with this situation from a point of strength. This lion here, and I often say this, but it's going to be a little different this time around, is holding one of the roses from the 2 of Cups. This is you holding that rose. Continue to hold that rose. You have one of the cups in the 2 of Cups. They have the other one. All right? They just been loved wrong their whole damn life. They got love wrong. They misunderstood it, right? There's no other way to put it. I mean, I don't know how to phrase it other than it's like getting a color wrong. It's like all your life you thought black looked a certain way, or well, black's not a color. Red. You thought red looks a certain way, and then one day you find out that what you thought was red the whole time is actually green. You know, it is like that. It's that kind of energy here. What's bookending the 3 of Swords? 6 of Pentacles. Balance it out. This is just telling you exactly what I already told you. This 3 of Swords can work to your advantage, right? Because it will prevent you from giving too much. It will enable this Page of Cups energy. This Page of Cups is your secret to success here, okay? They're coming in as a page. You meet them as a page. They might be a little swordsy. It doesn't matter. You stay in the cups. Stay in the cups. Remember, you're this lion holding one of the roses from the 2 of Cups in this deck. Remember that. All right, you got options, because one of the options here is not good. One of the options, there's always on this 7 of Cups, right? There's one good option, and then there's like 6 kind of ones in there, you know. So it's up to you. This is balance here. Somebody's coming in, and that's the advice anyway. That's what the universe is saying. We'll get more information as we go here. Let's take a look at their side. Let's clarify. And what's interesting is randomly at the bottom of this deck, the little lights here, is the 7 of Cups. The very card that you have here. They're worried that you have options. They actually are. They don't like that you, if they approach you, see, this is the vulnerability issue. If they approach you, you have all the power. This side, the DM, the emperor, if you will, doesn't like not being in control, not being in power. So they have to be vulnerable. This is how they learn their lesson. Their lesson is to be vulnerable. It's okay. They believe that being vulnerable is a weakness. It's why they stay in bad relationships. Same people that believe being vulnerable is a weakness are the same people that care what other people think, are the same people that stay in bad relationships because they see divorce as a weakness, right? Or as a loss. Same thing. It's all transferable energy. Okay? So they're worried that you're going to have the power, that you actually have the choice. I can dig that. But like I said, this little golf ball is trying as hard as it can. They're only capable of loving you to the point that they understand it. But you can bring it up. You're the balancing force here. Your strength crossing the 7 of Cups, making a wise decision, and you're using the hurt here to your advantage. You're turning the hurt around. They're coming at you in 3 of Swords. Don't meet them with your own 3 swords. That's a fight. Don't get into a fight. Chill. Be this little page. Be this king who is very, almost like a volume knob, that he can control how much love he gives and all of that kind of stuff, he or she. Make sure you keep that volume low. You have the ability to do it. The 6 of Pentacles says it, but the fact that these are all minor arcana says it's completely up to you. All right? The universe is giving you the energy. It's giving you the information through people like me. use that information, right? There's a lot more you can get out of a tarot reading than just my person's turning around. My tarot reader said my person's coming back. Well, yeah, okay, but you could really, according to this here, you, the DF with all the power, could really fuck that up. Okay, so don't, take the advice here, all right, that the universe is trying to give you. Obviously, make your own decisions. Do what you want to do. Let's pull on this Ace of Swords. Let's talk about the DM. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Tell me about it. Tell me about the Ace of Swords, universe. Which, by the way, one of the reasons I chuckled when this fell, I forgot to mention. I randomly showed you the card that was at the bottom of this deck before I started shuffling for them, and it was the Ten of Swords. That Ten of Swords resets to an Ace of Swords. So the actual reset of that Ten of Swords that was at the bottom of this deck showed up as their base energy. I don't know why I forgot to mention that. I just did. Bottom of the deck, I will show you. It will be crossing the center card that's here in their three. Is them. Is the Emperor. I don't know what it means yet. We'll have to see what it's crossing. Very, very... These readings, especially the last few months, have been so... it's so divinely guided. I'm not even pulling these. It's not even me. I don't even... This is, it's ridiculous. All right, let's just see. Star. See? Well, see, it's destiny. Oh, why is that important? We just came off a couple of weeks with North Node. Venus changing signs, Mercury changing signs. I did reading on all of it. And the Lion's Gate I did reading on, which is a course correction of our soul's true purpose. It's right here. It's showing up. This is what I said, again, repeating at the beginning of this reading. I said the dust of last week floats down south and ends up in their mouth. It's a cute little rhyme, but it makes sense. It's all falling on their head here because they're having some major epiphanies with this Ace of Swords here. And the universe it's already brought it in. It's like, here's your chance. Here it is. It's almost like you're showing up again for the first time. It's not a true reset. It's not that kind of energy. But it is. It's almost as though there's a second chance here. The universe is providing it. But a lot of it falls on the DF's shoulders. A lot of it falls on how the DF responds and reacts. So if you weren't paying attention, rewind and pay attention to what I told you about all of this shit. Okay? What's the center card? We know it's crossed by the Emperor, don't we? It's the Three of Wands. It's my surfer girl. I love her. Standing on the shore. The thing the way the energy is reflecting off of this Three of Wands, the Three of Wands has a lot of meanings. It's new horizons and all this kind of, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the water represents emotion here, okay? As the energy is reflecting off the card for me. What I'm most noting when that energy reflects is she's ready to go. She might have taken some time. When she got there, it was morning, right? And she didn't go in, had to light the torches. But now she's standing there. She went back to the car, got the board. The torches are lit. She's ready to go in. All right? That, we know, is crossed by the Emperor. Okay? Now I understand a little bit more. See? Look, I'll show you. It's three swords. There's three. I said there was three swords on their side too, and there it is. Three swords crossing the Emperor, which is crossing the Three of Wands. They're coming in. She's going in this water of emotion to come talk to you under Three Swords energy. And what did I fucking tell you? I said, don't let your three swords meet their three swords. That's going to result in this. Right? No, that's... Understand how energy works. Everyone's out there touting like energy attracts like energy. It's like the buzz phrase that everyone who doesn't know about energy just knows it. It's a basic principle of electricity. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Like energy attracts like energy. Right? But you don't want, if it's swords, if it's pain, it's just, you come together and you fight. Right? You need to meet it with an opposite energy to diffuse it. That's the word I was looking for. It's kind of a diffuser. They're going in this water. There's no doubt about it. The Emperor tells me they're taking control, but they're going in under an energy. Oh, look at this. I didn't know it was even there. They're going in under an energy of three swords to come see who? The best tits in the tarot. The Empress. You. Right? Backing up everything I have fucking said here. Oh, man. See what I mean about divinely guided? I did not know that was there. I had no fucking idea. I didn't. Three of Swords. I was pleased to see the Three of Swords, and then all of a sudden, there you are. The Emperor is going in the water because the universe has provided a second chance under Three Swords energy to come see you. Pay attention to what I told you. Everything. Rewind if you were not paying attention. Because it looks like with the star here, this shit is happening. They've had some epiphanies. Again, we can look at this Ace of Swords in a way as some of the energy of Venus in Virgo right now, which is talking some sense, or excuse me, Mercury in Virgo right now. My bad, sorry. But Venus is involved. That Freudian slip is important because now that Venus is in Leo, it's activating it. It's time for that logic that Mercury in Virgo is providing, the common sense to come in and do something about this. It's providing that. It's making that happen. So that's why the Emperor's taking control. He's getting up off the Papazon chair because you're not coming under an energy of Three Swords to come see you. She going in the water very soon. Very soon. What's bookending the star here? I don't know. I can only imagine. Six of Swords. See, they want to smooth things out, but it's swords. It's a slow energy. Sometimes we say that about the Six of Swords. It's the third slowest energy in the tarot. There's no motor on the boat or anything like that. But that's not what the energy is that's reflecting here. It's bookending the star. They're taking their time about it, but there's a moment where you just get there. It's a very reliable energy of somebody that wants another crack at this, okay? I have an absorbent number of minor arcana cards on the table. All three of yours and two of theirs. Yours was crossed by, your center card was crossed by a major arcana, and theirs is too. But theirs is in direct relation to coming toward you. Okay? And it's also because one of the reasons the Emperor is taking control is because of some of the epiphanies they've had and what they've realized has caused them a lot of pain. They're like, oh my God, what have I done? And it's in part because their own energy is balancing. Again, we have a course correction. I do not even believe what's underneath the Empress. I just caught a glimpse of it. I don't even fucking believe there's a Knight of Cups under there. That's fucking unreal. Okay? I don't even believe this reading is real. I mean, it's fucking unreal. It is. It is real. But also, because of these epiphanies, it's brought up their fields. Because of the Lionsgate energy and the North Node energy and the course correction on Soul's True Purpose, we know from a lot of my readings that your person, the energies around them are not in line with their soul. They're different. They're completely different, and that repels. They don't even like the energies around them. When we don't have a soul, when our souls don't align with what's around us, it repels. Right? Imagine you were a tree hugger, right? You're someone who loves the forests, and you go out and you plant trees, and it's beautiful, right? You do beautiful things to beautify the earth. Well, imagine the people around you, though, are people that like to set forest fires. And they go out and they burn down stuff, and that's what you're surrounded with. That would repel you, wouldn't it? You would be repelled. Well, that's an extreme example of what I'm talking about the energies around your person and the repelling effect. They're very drawn to you. Of course, you're a divine couple. It's right here. Motherfucker. This is unreal. So yeah, they're coming towards you. Pay attention to what I said. Don't meet their Three of Swords with your Three of Swords. Let's see if the witches have anything to tell us here. Look at this. Look at this. Divinely guided. Randomly at the bottom of the witch's deck. I put the cards back randomly. I shuffle 3 times each time. Is 8 wands. I mean, come on. It's communication. It's forward movement. The dust is settling this week. That's why I'm pulling this twin flame journey here on Monday. First thing Monday morning. Because the dust is settling this week. And it's time. Now they can, because Venus is in Leo, they can act on their feelings. And because Mercury is in Virgo, they come to their senses. There's some logic toward approaching you. But there's always a but. We can't just give a reading and say someone's coming in. Right? Someone's returning. That's irresponsible. Because, you know, it's like, you know, it's completely irresponsible to do that because there's always a but. There's always a third energy. And that third energy is the butt. B-U-T. I don't mean their ass. I'm sure their ass is fine. I know these are. Anyway, let's shuffle the deck here. Let's see what the witches have to say. All right. I have no idea what the witches have to say. It might be a message for you. It might be a message about them. I suspect it's for you. I suspect it's around this Seven of Cups. I could be wrong. I don't control the universe. I'm not the warlock on the hill. I would like to think I was, but I'm not. But I'm not. I know damn well. All right, give me 3 cards and a crossing card. The crossing card will be over the center card, as always. Same kind of thing, just 3 cards from a different deck. Could be future influence, could be a message for the DF, could be a message for the DF about the DM. Could be a message to the DM and the universe wants me to send it out energetically. I don't fucking know. I see the bottom card. Somebody's coming to you. I think it's a message for you. Somebody's coming to you. Yep, to start over. They want to try again. Three Pentacles. 10 Cups. That's that fairyland. Somebody's tired of dreaming about you. They want something tangible. And what's bookending the 3 of Pentacles? The 6 of Swords. It's them. That's a match. So when I say somebody's coming towards you, yeah, it's a 74 Pinto headed your way. All right. And again, they are very. They want to fix things. They want to start over. The 3 of Pentacles is about working together, right? They want to start over because fairyland isn't enough. And how do I know this is fairyland? I mean, yes, you make them happy, but how do I know this is fairyland? Because I know what's crossing it. I looked at it first. You heard me say that, so it's no big mystery. It's a 6 of Cups crossing that. Is somebody here, that is that energy that keeps coming up. It keeps coming up, and I've told you about it a couple of times. It's all the past lives. It's nostalgia for the past lives. That always reflects in us as the same fondness we'd have for a fond childhood memory, a nostalgic childhood memory. For me, often it's Saturday morning cartoons. I miss Saturday morning cartoons, right? I have a fond memory of a child waking up in the morning and watching Saturday morning cartoons. I love them. I still catch a few of them sometimes on YouTube, some of the old ones and all that. Well, the problem is when it's past lives, you don't get a actual memory attached to it. You just get the feeling. And it's driving your person crazy. This is what it's saying. This is how crazy it's driving them. Dreaming's no longer enough. Spank bank is no longer enough. Looking at your picture is no longer enough. Somebody here wants another crack at this. And I believe that the star has a lot to say about that. This is the universe itself. It's a delayed wish, delayed gratification sometimes, and things along those lines. It's delayed until somebody gets their shit together. But the energy is here. I have it. Because sitting on top of it is this girl. She got all her stuff. She's ready to go in the water. Male or female, it's a girl on the card. Right? And I got the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. So somebody from your past is returning. Pay close. I'm going to pull a couple of additional cards on this 7 of Cups. Okay, but rewind and pay attention to what I told you here. It's extremely important because this, I'm telling you, this could turn into a drag them out for some of you, and the universe doesn't want that to happen. And in fact, if it does happen, it means you're not in full Empress energy. It means you become a little bit of a Whopper Jr., a little bit of a Burger King. Because the Emperor, in Burger King mode, got to have it their way, lacks empathy. And that's why they're like that. It's selfish. When we lack empathy, we're selfish. Right? You know, someone gets into a car accident, they're on the street, they're in pain. You run up to them. Right? And instead of calling an ambulance and making sure they're okay, performing CPR on them, right? You ask, check if they have any money, right? You know, well, you're not going to be needing the money in your wallet. Can I get that? That kind of thing, right? It lacks empathy. You don't care about the person that's hurt. You just care about the stuff you might get out of it. That's someone, when someone's in the Burger King mode, they lack empathy. If all you're worried about is your pain, then you're not having empathy for whatever pain they have here. And the universe has been very clear lately to emphasize that they're in a lot of pain on their side. And I've been very clear to point out that, you know, I have empathy for them in the sense of I know that they love, the DM loves the DF as much as they're capable of. It's just their golf ball's worth, but it's the full golf ball. All right? You got to be careful not to give them on the love side, assuming you do make the right choice, right? And meet their swords with cups and temper things a little bit. Assuming you do that, you don't want to give them your full basketball either. Let's just pull on this 7 of Cups here and see if there's anything the universe wants to tell us. Yeah, they're rolling in. There's no... Or there's a strong desire to. I can't predict what a 3D person's going to do. That's free will. But there's a strong, strong pull towards you. There is free will here. These are all minor arcana. Okay? And that's the universe, even the crossing card, 6 of Cups with minor arcana. Let's pull on the 7 of Cups for the DF here. Let's take it. Let's take it and put it on top, just like that. Give me the 7 of Cups. Anything else you want to tell me about the 7 of Cups for the DF? I think I've said enough. I see you've been in a car accident. You're not going to be needing these keys to, and this wallet no more. Thank you. That's funny. No, I can't call an ambulance. My phone battery's dead. Let's see where we go. 7 of Cups. Why is it here? 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. Again, the 2 of Wands. Perfect card. That's all the universe needs to say on that 7 of Cups. Right? Make the right choice. But you have to let go. It's okay. It's all about this pain on your side. They got 3 swords on their side. You saw it. The Emperor is coming at the Empress under 3 swords energy. You saw it right at the bottom of the deck here. It's right the fuck here. Right? And look at that. Knight of Cups. Right, too. Definitely. No doubt. This is their intention. Right? This is their intention. But they're going to play some tricks. I see the Magician there. They're going to, again, they're not... This is their intention in their mind. They show up under 3 swords because the 3 of Swords is crossing the Emperor here in this read in that bottom of the deck. That said, the 2 of Wands, this 3 swords on your side. In making your choice, this 3 of Swords is actually to your advantage. The fact that you feel pain too can help you understand their pain a little bit. And it can help you temper things down a little bit. It's okay to keep that pain there. But we need to move on from something. In order to move things forward, well, we've got to think about some new things, talk about some new things, look at some new horizons. At least try, because there's 2 strong messages here in 2 positions of 6 of Swords about moving things on to calmer waters, right? They're coming at you in swords. There's no doubt about it because these are swords. The 3 of Swords, yeah, they're in a lot of pain, but they're still approaching it from swords. They're not showing up as that Knight of Cups here. I know that because the Magician is here. Okay, and the Magician, again, they could be this, but they're too much. It's too much for them to understand with their golf ball level ability to process emotions. Okay, again, all the universe is saying here, and what's crossing it is the 4 of Swords. It's a card of healing. Okay. We have to heal this. It's okay to leave it there, but don't make it the topic. All right? Don't meet their 3 of Swords with your 3 of Swords. All right? Meet it with Cups. Have some empathy for them. There's a chance to talk about your pain and all of that too. Look at that. 6 of Pentacles right there. You need to be, your best choice is to be generous with your, just be generous. I mean, I'm not even going to say with your emotions or anything. Just be generous. Generosity of spirit. Okay? Because you've learned a lot. They haven't been watching tarot readings, most of them. Okay? They haven't had the spiritual journey that you've had. Most of these, they're having to figure all this out on their own. It's a very strong message here. It's very clear and it keeps repeating. So hopefully I've phrased it in a way that, I try to phrase it a few different ways so that because everybody's different, I want to make sure it hits home. That's all I got. I'm not telling you to let them slide. I'm just telling you to be cool. There's another way I can phrase it. All right? That's it. But swords meaning swords. Someone comes at you with swords. If you come at them with swords, that's a fight. Right? Someone comes at you with swords, you meet them with cups. Is my recommendation in this case here. The King of Cups, and I've been telling you that for a while. And it's the universe's strong advice here. The King of Cups got that volume knob on it. Keep it low. Keep it turned down like your stereo at midnight. You want to listen to your favorite song at midnight, you turn it down a little bit. That Page of Cups will do the trick. I think it will. I think it's very important. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. It's a repeating message from the universe. Very clear reading here. No doubt about it. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. I will progress through this week doing energy updates as they're needed, as the energy dictates. Okay? I might pull on Mars in Gemini later in the week when it moves there. I haven't decided yet. If that's it depends what that energy does. It's not really in play yet, so I can't really tell. So we'll see when we get there. But there will be quite a few readings this week for sure. All right. Good luck.